you did that shit on your own. They did their job by doing what they were supposed to do in order to catch you in the middle of that shit. And then the fact that they fucking is some personal shit at the end of the day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They trying to claim all the integrity. Where is integrity in any of this shit? How can you ask for integrity on one level but don't ask for integrity through it all? You can't have it one way or the other, bro. You gotta have it. You see what I'm saying? If you say that one person can go on with no integrity, say whatever the fuck you want to say, however you want to say it, right? And do whatever you want to do.
Right.
Or do whatever she wants to do, right? But then you turn around and say, oh, but she can't. She can't. She has to be held to a higher standard. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just, I feel like this motherfucker finna go belly up. I just feel like this country finna go belly up, bro.
You say Trump finna go belly up, or the country gonna go belly up?
The country. Country's all, we don't have shit. We don't have nobody, bro. We did not train nobody for these positions when these motherfuckers got too old to do it. Nobody's trained, bro. The niggas that they got running this shit today, bro, and running for office, bro, none of them motherfuckers are politically trained to deal with this shit. They all talking off of emotions and feelings, my nigga. That ain't how you run a business. This is a business. You don't run a business off of emotions and feelings. You run it off of facts, statistics, shit that you studied and you researched and made sure that you don't just say shit.
Right.
You don't just say shit, bro. And you say dangerous shit. You say dangerous shit that really is not relevant, but people gonna grab it because people grab on to what they want to grab on to. Whatever's gonna make them feel good today, that's what they snatch up. So if you say something that any conspiracy theorist in the world wants you to say, they're gonna take it and run with it. And I just feel like, dude, I can't work in a dispensary with a felony, right?
Right, that's the law?
I could not apply. That's the law. I cannot apply for a job, right? If I got a pending case, them folks ask me I gotta wait till that case over with, right?
Right.
For a regular job.
For a regular job.
For a regular job.
You know, a little warehouse job, little tip service job.
So you telling me that the most important position in this country does not have to have any checks and balances? That's what you're telling me. I don't even care if it's a fake case. It's a case. How many of us done had fake cases? We still had to deal with that fake case. So I don't care if a nigga use that as the catalyst. Fuck that. I'm talking about the position in itself. That would not be afforded to anyone else, bro. Anyone.
Right.
Let a nigga get up there with a pending theft case and try to say he running for office, bro. And they gonna drive him into the ground. He stole a bottle of liquor.
Just going out where you taking.
They gonna drive.
Just going out where you taking this shit, like all them politicians got cases and shit on their record, and you know what I'm saying, like all them high positions, bro. Like we just don't know about that shit. But if you like do some research, they got cases, DUIs, motherfucking like all type of shit.
And I agree with you. And they still should have been fired. Because if you listen, if you gonna go, if I went to the United States of America Supreme Court today and said I can't get a job in the marijuana industry because I have a felony, and the state will not let me get that job, right?
Right.
The Supreme Court gonna say the state controls its own laws. We cannot make the state hire you, give you a license to go do something that they don't want you to do. Because the state is its own entity.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So what the federal court literally did was showed you that federal offices and elections have nothing to do with state. Because when they said that Trump could be put on a federal ballot, they said,
You speaking on Colorado? You speaking on Colorado?
Yeah, I'm talking about it on the Supreme Court case.
Right.
They said that, they pretty much said that you cannot go off an old clause in the Constitution that was written in the Civil War era during Civil War time. That's what the Supreme Court said. That is fucking ridiculous. Because every fucking law on that fucking Bill of Rights and Constitution is antiquated, my nigga. All of it's old. If you gonna say one law from 1877 to 1898 is too old to be enforced today, right?
Right.
Then how the fuck are you enforcing laws that were set back in 1897? That makes no sense. You cannot have it both ways, bro. They want it. They take it both ways. They saying we can do one thing, but you can't. When we want to push a line, we can say the Constitution is null and void.
Right.
Unless we want to bring it up as an issue.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because that's literally what the Supreme Court just did. They just said, fuck the Constitution. He's on a federal ballot. So a state cannot bar him from a federal ballot. That's a federal situation. That's what I've been trying to explain to you since you've been talking about this. Federal and state are two different entities.
Right.
They're two totally different entities.
I know that. And in this case right here, okay, the state of Colorado just gave him back the right to be on the ballot, right? And it's a federal ballot, right? Or federal election.
Right. Right.
So that mean they in cahoots.
No. The Supreme Court told Colorado they had to. They reversed Colorado's decision. States that made the decision not to put Trump on the ballot, the federal Supreme Court reversed their decisions and said, you can't say that because it's a federal ballot. You cannot say who can and can't be on a federal ballot. You can say who can and can't be on a state ballot, but you can't say who can and can't be on a federal. This is our shit. We the only ones that has judicial precedence over saying who and who can't be on a ballot. Only the Supreme Court of the United States on a federal ballot. We have nothing to do with the state. But on federal, you can't make that decision as a state judge. That's what they just told you. You can't make that decision. It's not your decision to make.
Okay.
It's not your shit.
And since we own state and federal, what
Right.
benefits do the state gain from federal, and what benefits do the federal gain from state?
Taxes. Taxes and budgets. It all goes on taxes and budget and a control factor. You know what I'm saying? Because everything has a ceiling. Even with crimes, the federal set the ceiling. We give you a budget based on you following our ceiling. As long as you stay under our ceiling, we consider you being legal, and we'll keep giving you budgets.
And when you say stay under our ceiling, what are you saying?
That's why they talking about this Texas sovereignty shit.
Right.
If Texas say fuck the United States government,
Right.
which is the corporation, right?
Right.
And they release themselves, right? Then Texas becomes its own country,
Fact.
right?
Fact.
That means Texas don't only have to figure out how they gonna pay some bills. They got to figure out how they gonna get some shit into Texas, because the highways don't belong to you. The highways belong to the federal government. You have to buy those from them, or you have to pay them to use them.
It's on Texas. It's on Texas land.
Yeah, no, but it belongs to the federal government. They acquired that land a long time ago. Even when they was doing all that shit, they eminent domained a lot of land from the gate, right? So those freeways are federal property. If you shoot a nigga on the freeway, you're going to federal prison. It don't matter if you're in Chattanooga city limits. If you shoot that nigga on the freeway, if you shoot him on the freeway, you are subject to the federal jurisdiction. That's just like in the sky. If I slap the shit out of you in the sky, I'm going to federal prison for slapping the shit out of you in the sky.
Say on the airplane.
Because the sky is federal jurisdiction. You see what I'm saying? The interstates are federal jurisdiction. All interstates are federal jurisdiction. That means those lands belong to the United States government. They maintain it, they built it, they own it. If Texas secedes from the United States, they would either have to pay for those roads outright, or they would have to pay to use them. That's one thing. So how do you get shit into Texas if you can't use the interstates? A lot of truckers ain't going to be driving no back roads, no state routes to get to you, to get to Houston, to bring in all y'all shit. They need the highway to get to Houston, right? You can't use the train tracks. You can't use the airports. The airports don't belong to you. None of that shit belongs to the state. It's all federal jurisdiction.
Right.
So Texas seceding from the government, what the fuck are they going to do? They're going to drop them from welfare, drop them from Medicaid. They're going to stop giving them federal goddamn dollars for their hospitals. ASAP. They will have nothing, bro. They have nothing. Texas ain't it. It's just a state, bro. It's nothing, bro. Once the feds start pulling their dollars out, when they pull their dollars out and they pull their shit that they already implemented on your ground, you done. So yeah, you have to follow the presidents. Yeah, you can bunk. You can talk that shit like Texas. Texas talk that shit because they big.
Right.
But Texas can do if they do that shit tomorrow, right? The food gonna go bad by next week. Everybody in Texas, you belong to Texas. So you have to get a passport to leave that bitch. They didn't tell you that part. They didn't tell you that. They didn't tell you that part. You can't just drive out this bitch no more. You in another country, bro. You got to come across the border your goddamn self. You and all your citizens will have to patrol the border because the federal government is gonna pull the border patrol agents.
Well, that's why they're
gonna pull them all.
That's the whole point of them talking about like getting out, because nigga, the federal government, quote unquote, is letting motherfuckers, all type of immigrants and just foreign people into their shit. Texas not letting them folks in.
Man. You know why them people coming in, bro?
Hey, hold on. It's not just Texas. It's New York. It's Cali. It's Florida.
No,
it's everywhere.
Listen to me right quick. This is why they coming in, bro. This is it. They have to replace the workers that they ran the fuck off, bro. Do you remember back about 6 months ago when Florida was begging people to come back, begging the Mexicans to come back? Hey, nigga, we ain't picking no strawberries, bro. We ain't picking, nigga. I went to a farm and picked up a truck in California, right?
Mm-hmm.
This farm was 2,000 acres. 2,000 acres, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And all it had on it was oranges, lemons, and avocados. You know who was out in the motherfucking fields picking that shit in the heat? Mexicans, bro. You know why? Because a nigga ain't gonna do it. A nigga ain't going to live on no white man farm in the middle of California and pick fucking avocados off his tree.
No.
Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real now.
I mean, a nigga will do it. But they ain't paying. They ain't gonna pay him.
Right. They're not gonna pay you what that nigga want to do that.
Yeah.
It's gonna make the fruit go up. Nigga, the fruit will go up if you pay the nigga what he want. You see what I'm saying? Bro, you got to pay attention, bro. If I pay that nigga $30 an hour, bro, to pick this shit off the tree, then nigga, I gotta charge you $2 a pound at the store.
All right, now check this out. They coming in by the millions, though, fool. The millions, M's. That many people be picking fruit.
Listen,
that many people be picking fruit.
Hold up, check this out. Me living here, right? Living close to the border and being able to like dip down into the border, right? And slip up and be in the border type shit. Slip up and be in Mexico. Nigga, I can go to El Paso and be in Juarez, nigga, by mistake. Just don't turn the wrong way. On some real shit, bro. There's no fence.
Yeah.
There's no fence, there's no border. There's never been one, bro. It's never been one, bro. I have pictures. Nigga, I have pictures, bro, where I literally walked into Mexico, kicked it for a minute, and walked back up out of the bitch. It's not that hard. It's never been that hard, bro. And what the issue is, this is what the issue is. At this given moment in time, it's an election. There has to be some fucking drama, right? Everybody around the country ain't sitting on a border state. So all you got to do is listen to the news, right? So for one thing, New York. We're going to speak on New York. That's all I'm going to speak on. I ain't going to speak on other states and nothing.
Right.
You got immigrants in New York. You got immigrants all in New York, right? For one thing, how the fuck did they get to New York? They want to blame Biden. Doesn't make sense because y'all are actually the ones that's sending them to New York. The Republican governors are sending the immigrants to New York. They put them on buses.
They coming from everywhere. Venezuela, China, South Africa. They coming from everywhere on boats, on canoes.
What I'm saying is they coming. What I'm saying is, bro, they coming in through they're supposedly coming in through the southern border. 9 million people supposedly came through the southern border, coming across the goddamn water, bro. I just don't believe it. I don't believe that because I've been there during the times that they say that these mass migrations was going on and nothing was going on. I'm talking about physically being there. Now, they can take, and I can make a scene look real good tomorrow. I can make a real good scene. I can go get 100 motherfuckers, right? And put them in a fucking club line gate and put a gate in front of them. And I can record that and record niggas climbing over it. And then niggas will think that that's what the fence look like. And it's not. It's really not. So then you go to the fact of the propaganda. See, I look at propaganda. I don't look at what they offer to me as a fact. I look at the propaganda that they put out. I look at what they want me to see. It's because it's only what they want you to see.
Right.
Like black people, like with us. Nigga, they ain't gonna show us doing good. They're gonna always show us doing fucked up shit.
Right.
But we know we got some good shit going on. But they're not gonna exasperate the good shit. They gonna always, they just shot up a whole Chicago, shooting each other up.
Yeah.
Pay attention. So I pay attention to what they want me to see, right? So me knowing, in my 42 years of living, I have seen New York and how the New York Police Department get down. We've all seen how the New York Police Department get down. Nigga, they don't have no remorse. They don't back off. They'll shoot a nigga 100 times in the doorway. We know this.
Yeah.
Right? So, fast forward. When the fuck have you ever seen somebody kick a police officer ass and he walk around with a straight face? Mugshot picture, bro. As soon as you see the mugshot picture, you know if a nigga hit a police officer in his face, as soon as you see the mugshot picture, what you gonna see?
You gonna see some lump. He lumped up.
He lumped up. So you gonna tell me that these illegal aliens beat up 2 police officers in the middle of Times Square when no other police officers around to help them? They actually was on the ground struggling with people. Doesn't make sense. because the police in New York will kill you. Two of them ain't gonna jump on the ground to stop a fight. They not that fucking generous.
All right, now let me ask you this. You are correct. I think that's yeah, they would have handled that easy. They would have handled that. But
we know that.
But okay, do you think the police is in on the gig, in on the agenda? They being told from the top.
Yes. Why not? They did in the Capitol situation. A lot of them already admitted it, nigga, that they let them people in. They really did let them people in because they was with the bullshit. That's why this country finna fuck up. That's why we finna fold, bro. One of the biggest reasons people think that I think Trump racist, all this. That's why I don't want him president. No, it's not. This is why I don't want him as a president, bro. He's too divisive, bro. He's too divisive. He's divisive to the point, my nigga, that you can't expect him to unite a country, bro, when he doesn't like half the country because they don't like him. You see what I'm saying? When Biden was dead ass wrong when he said that if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. He's dead ass wrong for that comment. Dead ass, right?
Right.
So for people to turn around and accept Trump saying the only reason that black people are goddamn associating themselves with me now is because I called a charge. And they understand because they that's what they do. This the same nigga that paid a lot of money to get some niggas locked up, right? We gotta remember that now. He talking about discrimination, but he had that conversation when he was in office last time. He said discrimination was a lie, that it doesn't happen. That's what he said. He fixed it. So why would we feel discriminated against if it was fixed when he was in office? And he's too divisive, bro. He wants the country to tear itself in half if he don't get elected. That power, that's what his spirit needs, bro, to survive, bro. His spirit needs that power, bro. If this country goddamn start burning the day after he don't get elected, bro, he gonna feel like this is where I'm supposed to be.
All right.
I keep pushing the line.
Okay, now do you think if Trump was president right now, right? Would these illegal aliens or these immigrants that's coming in by the millions, will they have free healthcare benefits, a debit card with $9,000 a month, free food, free abortions, or free surgeries, or any kind of health discrepancies you got? You can go get it taken care of, and it can be major. They got all type of benefits and just they got a free reign of life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey,
why are they getting that? Why are they getting that?
See it, bro. I would have to physically see somebody show me a card where they deposit them $9,000 a month.
Okay, well,
I have to see it.
You can go.
I can't take because there's so many fictitious
stories.
I
give you that. I give you that one. Okay, but you can see this. They in hotels. New York has passed law or certain kind of bills or like certain type of laws where they in hotels. They giving people who own homes money to house these people. You can see that.
Yeah, okay. Well, check this out now. Nothing can be done without everybody in accordance with it. It's not just the Biden administration. It's also the Republicans in the House and in the Senate that ain't stepping up to do nothing. This is not just one situation, bro. It's intertwined in it all. Because right. Biden can't just step up and say, fuck this, it's over. You see what I'm saying? He has to have backing. If the Republicans say, we ain't gonna do it, we ain't fucking with it because it's election time, We're gonna keep letting this shit go on because they think it's you. As long as they think it's you, we'll get elected. Nigga, they pushing a line, bro. Look at C-SPAN. I was looking at C-SPAN one day, bro. You gotta look at C-SPAN.
Yeah, I fuck with C-SPAN. I fuck with C-SPAN.
Nigga, the Republican, they said, dude, we have to pass a bill. The Americans need this bill. The Republican senator said, sometimes the American citizens need to feel the pain.
What the fuck do you mean by that?
Nigga, you feel the pain, don't you?
Yeah.
Everybody feel the pain, but the thing about it is, it's an assumption of who is causing the pain, because it's not a physical pain like a nigga didn't punch you in your nose.
No,
you see what I'm saying? So you can't discern who is actually causing you that pain. So the only person that you actually gonna say causing you that pain is the nigga at the top. You don't know nobody else, especially if you're not really into politics. So you don't understand who your local politicians are that's in the federal government, and you don't understand your local politician that's in the state. You don't really understand what a policy is. You don't even understand how they're pushing the law. You don't understand the language of the law. I was looking at something the other day, the DC crime bill. This chick bust on that, she was talking about it, right? So she said she was asking questions. They said that they was they could blanketly stop. They could designate areas as high risk, and they can just stop and arrest people, right? So she said, well, shit, how do we know y'all ain't gonna just do that shit against us? Oh, we'll make sure that there's provisions or something in there, but that's not on the paper.
Fact.
So if it's not on the paper, then that leaves it open for discretion. The officer's discretion, right?
Right.
So you hear Trump, right? Trump get on there and say, we're going to do mass deportations when I get in office. We're gonna do mass deportation, right? Cool, that sounds fine and dandy, don't it? Hell yeah, my nigga, that's what we need. Mass deportations. So, first of all, you got to understand that they only think that white people belong in America. So when they start this mass deportations, it's going to be some people getting deported that ain't supposed to. It's going to be people getting locked up, put in jail, INS holdings, all type of shit that ain't supposed to. Because they look like they could be Cuban, Dominican, Mexican, African, whatever. And who is that? But we ain't the only immigrants, though, because, you know, Norwegian people come over here too, and they illegally immigrate over here, and people from Ireland illegally immigrate over here. And a lot of white countries illegally immigrate over here, but it's not a conversation.
Yeah. So
when you asked me a question, if Trump was in office, do I think that we would see this? No, we wouldn't see it because they wouldn't talk about it. It wouldn't be a conversation. The conversation really comes from Trump supporters more than it comes from anywhere else. News channels ain't reporting this shit as much as Trump supporters are. They the ones that's pulling the cameras up and making up these scenes of people climbing over the wall with masks on and shit covering up their face. But why would you do that if it's open for you to do it? It's not illegal. Let you tell it it's not illegal, so there's no point in hiding my face. I can just walk over here. What the fuck am I hiding my face for? Right? So they automatically getting all this money and all this and these clothes and put up and housed and all this. And then the first day that they over here, after they done gave $50,000 in living quarters and a car and a card and food and everything, they decide to go out and beat up a police officer. You have to start thinking, like, humanly thinking, though. Like, who has the wherewithal to, when I come out of police station, I'm going to stick my middle fingers up at the police officer? These are people that ain't never had no fucking TVs. So you have niggas, you have motherfuckers telling them what to do.
Shit go down in Venezuela, fool.
No, I know shit go down in Venezuela, but also, let me tell you though, them niggas got sense. They not just no fucking rabbits. They just not running around doing shit in Venezuela either. They got a system down there. So them motherfuckers know when they come to, they knew when they come to America, bro. They know when they come to America. That nigga, nigga, all the shit that they show in America about police officers shooting niggas in the face all day long, bro, they ain't coming over here instantly smacking no fucking police officer.
Nah.
That is not them folks. That is not them folks
So
wearing.
you saying that's a complete? So you saying that's a complete false hoax that they just want the people to believe?
Yes, it's a it's a propaganda campaign.
All right,
bro.
okay.
Because most of the hold up. I'm just gonna say this.
Right.
Of course they supposedly everywhere, right?
Right.
But all the crime is happening in New York. All the crime is happening in New York. The same niggas they let go, they went and robbed, supposedly killed somebody. You ain't showing nobody they killed, but you said it. And as long as you say it, you only have to say it one time. Ain't nobody gonna look up the records. Ain't nobody gonna look up to see if anything's going on because you say that this is a fictitious person. But they can be actors too, though.
Fair.
The same way. This is the thing. How can you say that one thing can be acted out, but nothing else can be when it comes to another situation? These people can hire people to come stand at the border, bro. Extras. You know what I'm saying? Niggas that ain't got no jobs that day to live in California, bro. Extras. Niggas that's homeless and shit, bro. You can tell them to come, hey, man, we need you to come do this real quick. We're going to give y'all $500 a piece.
Right.
Or we're going to give y'all $100 a piece. Because you a Trump supporter. You know what I'm saying? So you want to push that narrative, even if you don't see nobody now I'm telling you, it's holes in all these gates, bro. It's holes in all of the fucking gates, man. So you could go to any gate in Brownsville, in El Paso, whatever the fuck, bro, and just stand there and do some shit.
It's footage. So, it's footage.
Hey, I'm
you good?
Yeah, I was just saying, so you could literally, nigga, I could set up cameras like they be doing.
Right.
And stand there and look at all these people running through the border. But most of them got their face covered up. Why? Because somebody might click on them. Hey, cover your face up, bro, because you know they do click on faces and start doxing your ass and find out you ain't really a fucking illegal. You been here type of situation. You're a homeless nigga on the corner.
I'm gonna say two things, and then you can have a rebuttal, or it's another thing I want to ask. But okay, these two things is this. I hear you speaking on the gates and the borders on the land. And
right.
And I completely believe. But like the footage is so much footage out here, man. Like, oh my God, like they coming in on the water. What about those people? That's number one. That's a one question. And then why ain't we seeing a bunch of like women and children? We just seeing, middle-aged males. For the most part.
Because it's a narrative, bro. I'm gonna give you an example. You remember when Sevierville in Tennessee caught on fire? When it was some years back. It wasn't too far back. It was probably like 5-6 years back when Dollywood and all that shit was in when they burnt up the whole side of the mountain up there. They had the wildfire. It went on about a week or so.
Okay, go ahead. I don't remember, but go ahead.
If you look at the news footage, because I was here when it happened, if you look at the news footage on it, it showed the same loop over and over and over again. It showed the same loop, right?
Right.
The same loop of the same road burning, the same woods burning, all this type of stuff. And the whole time they talked about this fire, it showed that horrible loop of this big fire. It just kept showing that loop, just that one, right?
Right.
So people assume that the whole mountain burnt the fuck up because all you seen was fire constantly for a week. Oh, we can't get it put out. It's getting worse. They just kept showing it, right? And then they show the top of it. They show some smoke, and they show all this type of shit. So when you actually talk to Mexicans, they laugh at border walls and fences because they say we can buy plane tickets.
Right.
We can buy plane tickets. There's nothing to get to America, bro. It used to be hard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, this was going on when Trump was in office. The Mexicans said the same shit. They was like, we don't even fucking rebuild a wall because we don't even do all that shit no more. Like the dope boys run their shit under the wall, So it don't matter if you build it high, because they run it under the wall. They done already figured out a way to build tunnels and shit to build it under the wall. They don't give a fuck about the wall.
Right.
They buy warehouses on the other side of San Diego and shit. And then they build a tunnel and they go there. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of them tunnels are abandoned. And the warehouses still open and people are going through. It's too many ways to come across the border that look crazy as hell with your baby tied to your back like it was back in the 90s, in the 80s, when we was looking at them crossing the border, bro, the same way.
Same shit, yeah.
Like the baby's on their back and trying to climb the wall and hoping they get over it. Bro, come on, man. Come on. Nowadays, you can buy a uniform. You can buy an army uniform, a police officer uniform. You buy whatever the fuck you want nowadays. Am I lying?
Yeah,
so
it can be really similar. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a costume or some shit, like a nice duplicate. Yeah, hell yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So, and if I know a security firm, if I know a nigga that got a security firm, he can order me the tactical shit, the real shit, as long as he owns a security firm. So they got him in them white boys own security firms. So hey, let's buy a couple uniforms. They can buy ARs. Most of them already got them. So you look like a border agent that's just letting people run through the border.
Right.
When in all actuality, this shit is a whole scene. It's a scene.
You saying a whole lot. Like, as you talking, I'm getting more and more questions. So, okay, so let's say the propaganda is being Hollywood, or it's being scripted, it's being set up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that mean we don't need to believe shit that come on the news.
You shouldn't. You gotta, man, listen, bro. I research.
Or anything reported, or like we don't need to believe none of that shit.
I pull actual paperwork. That's what people don't want you to do, is to pull the actual paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Like the HBCU conversation. Trump is the man because he saved HBCUs. He saved them, right? That's everybody's conversation.
I think, right? If I ain't mistaken, Biden cut like 40 something million of HBCU budget or some shit.
Okay, so check this
40
out.
million, 40 billion, or just a high number in the millions or billions. And he cut that funding.
Hold on, let me explain this too, though. Right? So HBCUs, bro, they were always government universities, right? They were always land grant universities, right?
Any university or school, I think, is under the curriculum of the oppressors. Yeah.
What I'm saying is this. So, do you know who actually supposed to fund the HBCUs?
Shit, I'm gonna say the state, whatever state is in.
Okay, no. Okay, so it's two different systems out of HBCUs, right?
Okay,
so
are all schools federal? Are all schools federal, whether it's elementary or high school or college? They are federal, right?
No.
Okay.
No. They to be accredited universities, you have to go on a certain curriculum for somebody to get credits to get a certain degree. You see what I'm saying? So that's what. But when it comes to HBCUs, it's two entities that's supposed to fund all of the HBCUs, right?
Right.
So one of them is Thurgood Marshall Scholarship Fund. That's one of them, right?
Right.
The other one is the United Negro College Fund. So Thurgood Marshall supplies scholarships and grants and monies and all that type of shit for public HBCUs. Those are the HBCUs that are quote unquote owned by the states, right?
Right.
And the United Negro College Fund They deal with private HBCUs. All the HBCUs that are private, like Fisk, Meharry Medical, Bennett College, Stillman College, all of those are handled by the United Negro College Fund, right?
Right.
So now this is our blame right here. This ain't no because you know I'm gonna speak the truth and the truth is there, right?
All right, and I'm gonna say this. Before you go, I got probably 6 minutes, and then I gotta go in for work. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll make it quick. We to blame for why the HBCUs are underfunded.